ولله حمد ثم حمد فإننا جمعناهما حقا فلله نشكر.
Have you ever asked yourself the question, why me? What did I do to deserve this? We've all been there. Tough times are a part of life. Take this pandemic, for instance. 2020 has tested our resolve and resilience in ways we could have never imagined. So the question now is, how do we deal with tough times? Stress, anxiety, and hardship when they all come knocking on our door.
I personally cope with every single daily kind of problem and grind and difficulty and depression, anxiety by taking a few minutes every morning and meditating. I'm a spiritual person, so I do meditate to my higher source, but I take the time and kind of ground myself, and I remind myself to be grateful for everything I have. I'm lucky.
You know, it's a very unjust pandemic, really, as far as the people that it's affecting.
You know, I'm able to navigate this weird sort of matrix, I find, but I know there's a lot of people who aren't going to be able to make it out of this. They're never going to be the same. You know, they've suffered abuse or a lot of suicide, so obviously those people are gone. They're never coming back, right? So the damage has already been done. I think the worst thing people could do, especially older people, is to just sit at home and just sit around all day and not activate their mind, activate their body. You have to punch through this and fight back.
I do find that exercise helps, lifts the spirits. I'm lucky, I still have my husband, so the two of us can deal with it together. We have been through hard times and we have survived.
Now the question arises, why? Why does God test humans in the first place? Now, if we look at it through an Islamic perspective, God answers this question in the Holy Quran in the words, لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ أَمَلًا, that He may see which one of you is best in deeds. Now, people ask themselves, well, how do I know what I'm going through in my life is a trial or a punishment from God? Now, the Prophet, peace be upon him, he answers this in very beautiful words. He says that when God the Almighty intends good for a people, He puts those same people into a trial. And whoever is content with therewith, for him is contentment. But whoever is discontent, for him will be wrath. So this makes it very clear that they're one and the same, trial and punishment. But what matters is how we react to the situation at hand. It's very easy to sulk. It's very easy to say, why me? But if we, look at adversity in the eye and then step forward through patience and with prayer, then God the Almighty says that glad tidings are for you. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. And that's why God the Almighty tries us. So as we've been asking people in Toronto how they're dealing not only with the pandemic, but also with the trials and the tribulations they face in their daily lives, we came across a very interesting story about how one woman is trying to make a difference.
So we had these trees that needed to be harvested, and my husband also has a very good friend who owns the Empire Sandy, which has been actually docked here for most of the spring, summer, because they were unable to do cruises because of COVID. So we kind of put two and two together and came up with, well, why don't we do something with this boat in December, and we're going to sell some trees. Proceeds are going to the United Way of Greater Toronto. The main theme here was bringing some joy and happiness to this area, because a lot of people are depressed. They're stuck at home. Everything is closed right now. And here we are. We're able safely to bring some happiness to the area.
So we just got off the boat, speaking with Oksana, who's, running the show here. And, in spite of the tough times that she alluded to, she also said that this was her way of giving back to the community, putting smiles on people's faces, charity work, because all proceeds are going to charity. So this is exactly in line with the Islamic perspective, that when you're going through tough times, go through them with patience and persevere through them, all the while serving humanity and giving back to the community.